What's up guys, welcome back to another VR4 video. Hopefully on this one we finally fix it, but we are going to be fixing some fuel leaks, some boost leaks, and some vacuum leaks. Now here we have the first part, which is a fuel pump assembly gasket. This goes right in between the top of the fuel pump assembly and basically the gas tank. So this keeps any gas from coming out and any fumes from getting into the cabin, because you don't want to be inhaling gasoline while you're driving. It makes it really uncomfortable. It gets you really dizzy while you're driving, and it's not good for your health. So I do have a OEM throttle body gaskets. We're leaking from there. If you guys didn't check out the last diagnosis video, check that one out first, because we found a bunch of boost leaks. This is for the vacuum leaks for, I think it's like the brake booster and stuff like that. We're gonna be replacing a couple hoses. And I do have the FIAV deletes plates that we're gonna be getting rid of. And here's the gaskets alongside an OEM bisque screw, which was another boost leak. So I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much document the day, and hopefully we're able to take the 3000 GT up to the canyon. If not, I'll just take the RSX just to go hang out with the guys. But hopefully we can fix this thing. So
you did that. You pull it out real quick.
Your cameraman.
I'm pretty confident that is not the original orientation that should normally go in. It's on you if you break it.
I know. I know.
6.5 hours later.
I think it was the gasket that was holding it in.
So normally the float is pointing this way.
So it's like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we gotta turn this guy so that it fits. Well, this guy goes like this.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering, was it always pointing the wrong way?
It's a possibility, actually. Okay.
That is crazy how dirty that filter's gotten already.
Yeah. I think it just needs like a gas tank.
Yeah, I really do.
What do you guys think about this? Look at the suck.
Cleaning it up, I've never seen someone do successfully. I say clean it up. Someone's done a quick flush, but I'm pretty confident your tank needs more than just a quick flush. I mean, in terms of why it's running rough.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not going to affect it leaking. Leaking we can fix.
Yeah.
The easiest way to tell truly how much that's affecting is just pulling the injectors out and going in and flow testing, and I'll tell you right away immediately if this shit is getting in there.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely soaked. Yeah, no, that's guaranteed.
Yeah, that's burly.
I'm confident.
Yeah. That burly threaded on, huh? Because look how, we should show them this.
The lock washer, or not washer, nut, I guess you could call it. We don't want to be using these threads for this.
Why?
Because we want all these threads to be dedicated to holding down the fuel line as tight as possible.
Okay.
So we should not be touching these at all.
Okay.
These are the threads that we want to be using this guy on.
Right.
This style of fitting, however, I'm pretty confident they only want you to use one, and this is the other surface. So this just pushes down on the lip. This then seals up here. So that becomes a sealing surface there.
Right.
This thing becomes free. And over there on your setup, you bought the same fitting again, which it is what it is, but it's not going to be able to take two of those because there's not enough thread room.
I mean, I think this one right here.
Then just clean it up so that there's no Teflon tape coming in contact with the fuel fitting specifically.
Okay. So it's metal first, then.
No, the sealing first, which is the plastic.
Okay.
It's plastic wherever you're trying to seal, and then metal is just like the retainer.
So we're not gonna add a nut on top because we want more threads on the bottom, basically.
Yep. And there's just no spot on this fitting. It just wasn't designed that way.
Correct. The boost leak should be pretty easy to do, huh? It's just basic.
The throttle body could be a pain if you break the screws. 5 Phillips screws. Now I have an impact driver, and that's what I used to get mine off. One of the guys used the tool and managed to shatter the drill bit, the Phillips drill bit.
Oof. Like,
I don't know how that was possible, but he did it.
A 3S guy?
Yeah.
Shout out to who? Call him out.
562 VR4.
Matthew? Yeah. Shout out to Matthew.
So top of the fitting looks dry, which is good. The bottom of this fitting, I can't tell if that's old fuel or not.
Oh, watch out.
Ground does not matter, that's different fuel. That was power, that would not be good. That's why the power's in your hand right now. That looks pretty dry to me. Your hose is dry.
Nice. Oh! Here goes that.
This was on the car. Look at that.
So smooth.
Look at that.
That is insane.
Oh.
I heard something.
It did something.
Let me check.
Yeah, you go stay back there.
Go for it. No leaks so far. No leaks. Looks good. Seems like we're still losing pressure immediately. We'll show you guys. Okay, we have pressure. And immediately drops to 0. Damn.
Take one last look around to see if make sure that none of the things were leaking, but I mean, we checked it like twice last time.
But even if I clean the injectors, wouldn't they get dirty again?
They would.
Damn.
So like it's kind of like when you get the injector service, that's when it's like, and the fuel tank too.
Yeah.
Because that means that you know that that's why it's happening. You
Right.
get brand new injectors and they're immediately clogged.
We're gonna go ahead and start on the boost leaks, vacuum leaks, and while we have the plenum off, we're gonna go ahead and double check the injectors. But based off what Ian's saying, is there's just a lot of dirt and grime in the fuel tank and stuff like that. So that might be the issue. If you guys have any suggestions, let us know in the comment section below. But let's get started. For the throttle body removal, it's just intercooler piping,
Couple connectors.
couple connectors for the sensors,
412 volts.
and then 412s. Okay.
And also disconnecting the throttle cable. 2 coolant lines on the bottom, here and here. Pull them off. Connector 1, connector 2. Throttle cable line here gets disconnected.
Okay.
4 bolts that hold the throttle body in here, and then it pops out.
Went ahead and disconnected the vacuum line right here. We're gonna go ahead and replace these, and then we're also going to go ahead and replace. It was this vacuum line as well, right?
Yep.
So this one and this one right here. Boom. The injectors look dry, dude. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and just take off the injectors, get them inspected and cleaned if necessary since they're out, and then we're pretty much gonna have everything else mocked up, so once they're back we're able to just to go ahead and put everything back together. So progress is progress, and hopefully this thing runs super soon. Go ahead and do the FIAV delete, which is, what are you deleting exactly?
The lines that go for the coolant, they open up a valve to allow more air into the plenum.
Okay.
And what we're doing is we're going to install a plate that will block the air passageway for that extra valve. We'll still retain the functionality of the idle air control valve, but we're blocking off the ability for coolant to adjust a secondary throttle. And these lines will just never be hooked up ever again, so therefore every time you take your plenum off, you're not dumping coolant absolutely everywhere, which is very nice.
Yeah. So what exactly is the benefit of the FIAV delete?
So the FIAV delete, if your valve in here is stuck open or stuck closed, well, that's not great, because that means when you're boosting, your valve's stuck open, which is not what you want, because you're losing air that way.
Okay.
And it could also be more erratic, like it opens and closes at incorrect timing because it's stuck, it's sticky, it's doing whatever it's doing that you can't tell, because I don't know if you can tell, I don't see no valve. It's internally. Let me get the first strip on video.
No trust or what?
No trust.
We're not gonna pull a Matthew today. See, smooth sailing.
That's what he said.
We're good.
Oh,
Would you look at
so
that?
lucky, so
Where you at,
lucky.
Matthew?
Half the fucking O-rings missing.
So we're gonna go to AutoZone, get new vacuum hoses, clamps, and some RTV. And then we'll be right back. All right, so this was probably the most expensive AutoZone trip I've been in a while. For some reason, these hoses are really expensive. But I'm gonna go ahead and place the part numbers in case you guys are trying to do this. This is for the brake booster and for what else?
Clutch booster.
Clutch booster, okay. Daco. There's this one.
And this was just
Clamps.
3/8
3/8, okay.
Or fuel line hose, I think.
Okay. And we got some RTV.
And then 1/2 inch for the valve cover crossover.
And cleaned up the throttle body here, ready for the gaskets and FIAV delete. So here's the old one. Where's the new one at? And with the block-off plate. Alright, so we're pretty much going to stop there with the VR4 today. I'm starting to think that we might actually need a gas tank just based off how bad the fuel sock was with the fuel pump. It's brand new. I could go and get the injectors cleaned, but even if we put them back in, if the fuel tank is still corroded and just rusty, it's just going to keep causing the same issues, right? So we're currently losing fuel pressure as soon as we turn off the car. We fixed the fuel look in the back, we fixed the fuel look in the front, change out the fuel pump, change out the fuel sock, put the fuel pump assembly gaskets. We're gonna go ahead and clean out the injectors, brand new fuel filter, brand new AM lines. Any suggestions, you guys let me know. At this rate, I'm starting to think it's a gas tank. So yeah, unfortunately we're not gonna be able to take the car to the Canyon Cruise, but I still wanna go see the guys, so I'm gonna go take the RSX, hang out with them. Is this for the for sale ads?
Yep.
Yep. Are you guys, so both of you guys are selling your stealths?
Sure.
How much?
The
$1
right
billion.
amount.
14.
14K? Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
15.
15. Which one's which?
1401.
Which one's which? This is a 14K one?
14. I'd say 14 is like what I'd be willing to accept. If I can make a listing price, but
Yeah.
that's where I'm hoping to accept that.
How many miles?
80,000.
Hey, oh, nice. Clean title?
Clean title.
Nice.
Engine was rebuilt 1,000 miles. It's just shit like the throw out bearing making a little chatter.
Yeah.
Little things like that where it's just like, it's not perfect for this.
And then we got the 15K one. What about you? Where are you at?
15K original paint coilovers, 127,000 miles.
Okay.
Engine rebuilt at about 1,000 miles ago as well.
Okay.
But it has coilovers, so.
This one has coilovers. I guess that's pretty much it for the video. I'll keep you guys updated as far as what we do. If anyone has a 98 to 99 3000 GT gas tank, let me know. But as far as right now, I guess that's pretty much it. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.